last
We were just rolling
17
so
years,
nicely.
I have written most of my novels in
I
this
just haven't got a
small
clue at the
house.
moment.
Yeah.
What is it about this place that you find so creative?
There is peace and quiet, and I've managed to tune myself into the place in a way that
Are
just
we going
brings
to go
out
on
the
holiday this year
concentration
together?
and the creativity. And of
Oh,
course,
that's-
you know,
yeah,
being
Danny.
on the edge
What?
of the North Atlantic is a great inspiration, because from here
Why not?
to the South Pole there is only
Well, you want to go to
water.
that place in Austria,
And
don't
this
you?
gives a sense of
Well,
great
so?
space.
Yeah.
And then you have like this wonderfully
You know, I've
high
got more going out than coming in at the
endless
moment.
sky. This is the space I can think into.
But you are
It's a
nearly
very
a
sweet
millionaire,
day.
darling. At
Perfect
least
day for
in
that one, I would
tokens.
say.
Yeah.
You're a token millionaire. That's something.
I don't anticipate
What are
that
these
being
guns? Why
liquidated
don't
for a
you
while.
The rip
No, of course
is
not.
something
You
I
wouldn't
put
want to.
in
I
the
mean, ideally
carcass.
that will
They
climb
go on the
and
shore.
The whale bones.
They're
are they
whaleboats.
inheritable
After the
or how do you
earthquake
call
in
it?
2008,
If you've got
that
access to
mangrove
my
range
wallet,
took
yeah,
its
which you haven't
Why?
at the moment.
Well, you better give it to me then. I wouldn't want these things fucking lost forever.
This is the living room where I do most of the writing. So you've got a small
Well, the
table
way I'm
here.
going, I'll go before
It's,
you, so don't worry about
It's
it.
my writing desk. As you can see, there's nothing here to distract. It's rather spartan. One of the things I have learned with the way I write.
I
is
don't
that
really
I
want to go
write
through your
as
bloody
little
computers to
and
find your
as
private
seldom
key.
as
God knows where it's hidden.
Only when I'm really pushed to it. So one of the things that I have
It's
to
on my
be
phone,
aware of, and
it's
I
on
have
the
to work
external
on when I get
drive,
here,
it's on
is
both
to
tablets.
get back to the place of inspiration, to get
Yeah, just
back
write
to
it to
the
me on a
moment
fucking piece of
when I
paper,
got the
huh?
feeling that I had to tell the story.
Because when we arrived in, you got yourself a cup of tea, you put your books out, you put your papers out, and that for you was your start point. That was still moving into your zone.
I have to confess that the first thing I do when I come into the hut is to put my things away, and then I lie down in this sofa and I take a nap. Maybe I sleep for an hour in the sofa.
In the
And
sofa,
by
not on the
sleeping for an
sofa.
hour here in the house, you know, is somehow a way of merging with the house, returning to the house, becoming one with the house again. Then I get up and I make my little workstation with the dictionaries on the sofa and other books relating.
So you're just dropping a letter off, so you won't be long
So
then.
this
No, just
sofa,
run
so
over
it gives
and
you
drop it off.
relaxation,
So if you want to stop on the bus stop,
Oh
it's
look,
fine.
there's a space there, that is a
writing
space.
chair.
What?
Yes,
This?
I
The
sit
bus
here
stop
at the
starts
sofa.
there, you see?
Yeah, but
The
this is
laptop
not a
open
space.
on the
It is.
table in
Now
front of me, and I write.
But you will
And
make it a
when
space,
I
darling. Because I know you.
I just lie down and think or drift off into sleep again. And then I get up again, write a little bit, maybe I read a little bit. So this sofa is very important to the whole process. Another thing I do is that I put on a specific piece of music. And what I usually play when I'm getting started is music by Arvo Pärt, the Estonian composer. And it's a CD with two of his pieces, Spiegel in Spiegel and Für Alina. And I put this on and I put it on repeat. And it just starts playing. And as it plays, I am back in the mood for writing. And it really works. Somehow this music creates space in my mind, a space where I can somehow walk into and start making my things in. I put this on and I create.
What have you done with the research from yesterday?
I thought that I might take another look at George Lincoln Rockwell, the founder of the American Nazi Party, and I printed out some pages from Rockwell's autobiography. As I do not have any Wi-Fi and no television either, or any other distractions, I don't take my mobile with me. So I need to print out those things or download them onto my computer and work with them hands-on in this little room.
So we've got a printout of some of the pages of the book. You've got your portable laptop with you now. So what's the next stage?
The next stage would be to type in Icelandic some of the phrases which have caught my attention.
Hello.
And here
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
interested
I'm
in
back.
his description
You didn't think I would be that fast, did
No, I
you?
didn't actually, no.
He was a great
See?
I'm
Viking,
very surprised that you are that fast.
I told
With a
you.
certain Nordic dignity and arrogance.
Shall we bite on your sausage
Of
roll?
his fur-clad forebears.
If you want.
I will
Yeah.
translate this into
I think you
Icelandic.
liked it. Let me get some coins.
Tal-Labour.
Do you want anything?
Vikingabark.
Yeah, get me a sausage roll as well.
The short one or the long one?
Sem snjóðin.
I don't know actually.
One has the fucking sperm in it, you
No, I
know.
don't want the sperm.
Well, I might
no.
You want the
to
plain one?
take this
Yeah.
sentence and use it to describe my main character as a child.
So
Hate
far
these
your
sperm
main
sausages. I
character
think they're
is
horrible.
described
Should I get some
in
fresh
the
bread as well?
snows on the
Yeah, if you want,
Icelandic
no.
glacier.
Look, you
So
can
this
park
is the
over there
character
and
that-
just
that you're
whiz
thinking
over.
of in your head.
Oh, you're going to
I've
let me
seen
cross
it.
again,
So
are you?
I'm picking up
It's really horrible of you.
sentences,
Well, that's a bus, isn't it? A bus
paragraphs,
stop.
Yeah, it's all right.
descriptions,
I'll
from
go.
here and there. And I
Get
just
some bread
use
and
it
some-
in any way
One?
that pleases me.
Yeah,
This
just one,
way
yeah.
you're
Thanks.
surrounded by books, and yet here are more books here.
Well, here in the hut I have dictionaries, and I've got 2 books about the workings of the Icelandic language, and then there is this one, which is the Icelandic thesaurus. So let's say this sentence here, blonde as the snow on the Icelandic glaciers. This is the description of the baby Viking. I wrote here, ljósherður sem snjórinn á jöklum Íslands, on the glaciers of Iceland. I might look into the thesaurus for jökull to see if there is another word, not as obvious one, that I could use for it.
Because Jökull means glacier.
Jökull means glacier. So here comes jökull, brefi, harðfenni, ís. Okay, none of them would fit in here. We would need glacier, jökull, because it brings automatically the vision of this wide, expansive space. But then I see here other words like jökulaalda, which is the wave of snow on a glacier, and jökulbunga, which is also like this conical shape of the ice on the glacier. And that might actually give me the idea to expand on this line. So it says, ljósherður sem snjórinn á jöklum Íslands, blond as the snows on the Icelandic glaciers, and I might expand on that and describe his hairstyle. And to describe the hairstyle, I would use more words related to the glacier. So I might, say that the wave at the very front of his hair would be like jökulaalda or glacial wave. So I also get ideas for metaphors or whatever from this book. On a good day when I'm working here, I write a page.
What do you do if you haven't written your page a day?
That's not an option. That page has to be there at the end of the day. And if the end of the day is at 5 o'clock in the morning, that has to be it. And I'm very glad if I've managed to write one page in one day. And the way I write is that I don't do drafts. I plan the structure of the piece very carefully. I plan the number of chapters. I more or less plan what is in each chapter. So I lay out the whole book more or less before I start writing anything. And then in a way I do the same thing a filmmaker does. I shoot it, I have like a script, I have a blueprint, then I sit down and I make the book happen.
Does this book have a title yet?
The titles come very late on in the process, and I just can't imagine what this one will be called. Titles are quite difficult.
One breath away from Mother Oceania.
Not only are you a novelist, you're also a lyricist. A lot of the songs that you write are actually in English. How different then is it to write in a different language?
Most of the lyrics I've written with my old friend Björk. And when we started, we realized it would be strange to write them first in Icelandic and then translate them into English, doing the same work twice over, It is different. There is a certain distance between myself and the language, which does not exist when I'm writing in the Icelandic language.
How does that collaboration with Björk work then?
She's usually bringing the melody to the table, and then we try to find out what the song is about, and I start walking around with the melody in my head, and then one day a lyric is ready.
Show me continent.
going into the different collaborations, taking on the different commissions is a holiday. The main joy is to work on the novels.